Good morning. Good morning. I am I'm not in a good mood today. So, fair warning. This is not going to be your basic love morning. I know that there is love and I know there's plenty to be grateful for, and I will do my best to focus on the cone, although I am feeling like a lot of crap in my headspace right now. And I know philosophically, intellectually, that crap also can over time become fertilizer. I had a beautiful opportunity to talk through that yesterday with someone and I felt so wise. But right now I'm just feeling frustrated by the world, by culture, by so many things. So just fair warning. And I would be, I think, yeah, I don't want to pretend. So this is the time when I try to sing a song, even with I think there's something wrong with this world and the people and the rules. Dun, 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 dun. And even if we try to think all the good things, we still are lacking the tools to do. But we'll try to help each other. We'll find our friends, our sisters, and our brothers. And we'll all come together with gratitude. Please forgive me for this attitude, this bad attitude. Got a bad attitude today. Oh, yes, I have a bad attitude. A bad attitude. A bad attitude today. Good morning. No, did not get the HOA paperwork. So we are not moving in for another 2 weeks, which is really the big bummer on that is Lisa really was looking forward to it, and so much of our positive momentum and optimism was based on this good thing happening, and that's been taken away. And also tons of healthcare stuff that sucks. I mentioned my really frustrating experience with insurance. Lisa's been having some really frustrating experiences. I posted online asking for personal experiences of people who've gone without insurance. And I reread it, like, what did I say? I said, does anyone have personal experiences with going without insurance? Like tips or horror stories or, personal experiences. And man, so many people took that opportunity to tell me why you shouldn't go without insurance. I'm like, I didn't say give me advice on getting insurance. I want personal experiences so that when I have this conversation with someone I love who is like so fed up, that we can go, here are some personal experiences of why we really do need to have insurance, or here are some ways that we could like do just catastrophic and or whatever. But man, I mean, the stories that people shared were also frustrating and horrifying as well. And from what I understand, millions and millions of people are watching Joe Rogan and Donald Trump, the host of Fear Factor and host of The Apprentice, in the most important political conversation of the era. It was a good song, though, Gerbot. I agree. Good morning. Good morning, Gerbot. Good morning, Brent. Anybody who is here on a Saturday morning, I hope that your day is starting great and you've got lots of good stuff planned for this day. I have nothing planned. Trying to have some half calf and get off caffeine. That's probably part of it. No, my house is. I'll probably still keep packing up. I had so much fun yesterday. I was going through all these papers. I went through my filing cabinet of. I've got I had 2 filing cabinets. I think I got it down to 1, but most of one of these filing cabinets is just cool stuff that I want to save. And it's like old flyers or clippings where I was in a paper, or there's these folders on the ground here are drafts of a book. And so it was really fun to go through all that. So that was good. I'm grateful for all the reminders of the fascinating things of my life. Although, holy crap, I have forgotten significant things in my life. Everything from I'm like, oh yeah, I tried out for MTV Road Rules. Here's my rejection letter that I did not get accepted on Road Rules. And oh my gosh, I totally have barely, I can't remember. I was in a trial for an experimental vaccine. What the fuck? No, maybe that's why I can't remember. Maybe that's back to my memory, my brain damage. Anyway, uh, I'm grateful for this opportunity to share, and grateful for the opportunity to see some gratitude. And even as I am so frustrated with the medical system, I'm so grateful for all the human beings, the doctors and staff who have such good hearts. Gerbot is grateful for the amazing weather right now. Nice. It's really beautiful here too. Birds are chirping. They're doing construction today, which sucks to have a Saturday. So we'll probably leave here, spend some time closer to the beach, which is great. So grateful that I have that opportunity. Good morning, Razorblade. Good morning. Good morning. Anybody else want to share any gratitude? Or you can vent if you want, since I've been venting. Anybody watch Joe Rogan and Trump? I don't know if I will have the patience to do that. What else am I frustrated by? I'm grateful for, or I'm frustrated by, I watched this analysis of Mad Men, which I haven't watched, but it was kind of talking about how how the world changed with the advertising of mass media, and how the whole concept of having an industry tell you what you need to be happy is, we're so in it now that, I mean, I spend most of my life and my work is trying to pull myself out of, and try to help other people pull ourselves out of this brainwashing of what happiness is supposed to look like. But there was a time when it was not nearly, we didn't have mass media. We didn't have television that everyone saw the same shows and the same advertisements. We didn't have an internet with an algorithm that is fine tuning us to manipulate us. I was talking with a friend yesterday, saying, like, I'm so glad that we grew up when we did, to grow up in a time when the middle class was thriving. Everyone I knew there, we had one parent working, everyone had a home, and we didn't have video games or screens until we got a little bit older. So we grew up playing in the canyon, and like, never again will we have that until society collapses. And then to even think, like, a couple, my dad grew up, without watching TV every day, radio as a kid. So just thinking about, in the history of humanity, how many people experienced a much more, I think, authentic human experience. Did they have access to all of the philosophy and teachings of that we do? No. Did they need them in the same way? I don't know. Good morning, Sarah. Sarah's tuning in from Boulder. Beautiful. Grateful to be visiting my beautiful mom, Marilyn, who's here listening with you before you go on a hike. And you could relate to the Kaiser dilemma. Oh, sorry to hear that. Well, hello, Marilyn. Good morning. Sorry that you're catching me on a whiny morning. I don't know if you can hear the construction sounds next door. Apparently, it is an 8-unit complex that is being put in next door. It was a house. They knocked it down, and now 8 units and like 2 parking places. So, I mean, thankful I'm going to be moving, but I've got to sell this place. So, yikes. Another thing I can complain about. Joyous is grateful to be here, grateful for her bike. Grateful it's not too cold outside. Grateful I'm not the only grumpy one. Chris is grateful to be able to plan a visit to Portland and Tacoma next month to chill and see friends and family. Nice. I bet it will be beautiful. I just saw a picture, a friend posted a picture of a tree in Portland, I think, that some famous tree, and it was really quite marvelous. Who else has got some either gratitude or gripe? I am I'm frustrated by my body. It hurts right now. My back hurts. And I know there's probably things that I could do. I probably could do more exercises. I should probably do Pilates. And that's part of the frustration too. Like I know I could be better. Had dinner or lunch with a friend yesterday, and just like the number of things in our lives that are hard or frustrating or painful. So there's lots of times when I'm filled with overwhelming gratitude, and some days like today when I feel like meh. Joy says, grateful to be pulling out of whatever perceptions and patterns truly don't belong as beliefs anymore. Grateful with reigniting my light within. Bravo on that. Chris pointing out, yeah, I haven't watched Mad Men, but I've seen enough clips of it, and I've heard people talk about it. It really kind of highlights the advertising revolution. Instead of saying, "Look at this car and how fast it goes," it's buy this car, and people will know that you're this type of person. And that idea of our consumption being a way of communicating who we are and our values, that was not as clear. I mean, I think that wasn't like it was, no one had no heard of it, because clearly like royalty consumes and dresses in a way to communicate who they are. And, but the idea that everything we purchase, like our tools, our car has our soda, like people don't, that the whole Pepsi challenge, you remember that? They blind tested, which do you like, Coke or Pepsi? Because Pepsi was not as popular. And when people taste it side by side, they show that most people were enjoying Pepsi. But people don't buy based on what they like the taste of. They buy based on which brand do they identify with. And Coke had been crushing it with their advertisements, which Mad Men goes into that as well. But I heard the final episode, and I don't want to spoil it. Hello, Marilyn. Marilyn says, I'm grateful that Sarah is here visiting and that I'm healthy and thriving at 85 years young. Marilyn, thank you for that jolt of sunshine in my day. Thinking of you next to Sarah, that makes me happy. And it reminds me that I am so grateful that my parents are both alive and thriving at 81 and 83. They're in Virginia right now, sightseeing, walking around the battlefields of the Civil War and looking at the changing leaves color. So thank you for that reminder, Marilyn. Thank you, Sarah. And thank you for for Chris too, for your advertising wisdom. I know that you are well dialed in with that kind of knowledge. Anybody else want to share a little gratitude? I'm grateful that I have so many options and opportunities. I'm so grateful that even the things that frustrate me, I'm okay. I don't have to, it's not like I have to choose between insurance or food or insurance or housing. I'm frustrated by it, but I can handle it. And And even my body pain stuff, it's frustrating and it's annoying, but I can still walk. I can still do everything. I still my I I don't know how. I'll just say I am so grateful that I have not had more issues with skin cancer since everyone in my family has, and I've been the most irresponsible with tanning in my 20s and 30s and 40s. Hey, Dell is here. Good morning, Chris. Good to see you. Grateful to have an opportunity to have a moment of connection with you. Hope you have a beautiful Saturday. I'm grateful for my partnership with Lisa and grateful that all of this frustration with moving and stuff, it's still stuff we get to do together. Grateful that I had such a successful bread making. I think I mentioned that story yesterday, but I had a slice of bread and of homemade bread that I made with the bread maker, and I had it as toast yesterday, and that was delicious. So I'm grateful that even non-fresh bread that I made was still good. Good morning, Sarah. Good morning, Crystal. Crystal's got a gripe. My body seems to always be angry with me. Gratitude. I can still try to cultivate a healthy lifestyle to change that. Awesome. Well, I am super grateful to get a little dose of Crystal this morning. So nice to see your name and hear that we are sharing the same body gripe. Or not the same, but whatever our issue is. Yeah. As long as I apply lotion to my sphincter multiple times a day, at least I am not in that agonizing itching situation. Turns out most of my anal problems was just dryness. So that's not the one I'm not saying that we share that one, Crystal. I don't mean to put anyone in that category, but I was just thinking of one of my ongoing, like, agonizing health issues is just that my body, this meat suit requires constant moisturizing in the anus. Who knew? My face is always flaking as well. And right here, one of the reasons why I keep scruff instead of shaving is because I so frequently have like eczema, and this hides it. My lower back is, I wake up every day to 2 Advil. Yeah. I made bread. Yes, my mom was giving away a bread maker, and I knew that Lisa loves bread, so I surprised her. I plugged it in the garage, bought all the ingredients, and I made bread in the garage so that Lisa wouldn't smell it. And I surprised her midday with fresh bread, put on classical music, and had a candle, and had a little surprise bread, fancy snack time. It was awesome. Esta's here, and good morning, and grateful for community. Yay. Oh, good. I'm glad there's tears and from laughter. That's the best kind. Although, you know what? I take that back. I appreciate all tears. In fact, I was listening to an interview with Malcolm Gladwell yesterday, who I really love him. And he was saying that he loves tears and crying, and he loves telling stories that make people cry, partially because it is so challenging, that it's easy to make people laugh, but it's hard to really touch someone in their tears. I am someone who cries quite easily, and I love the feeling of being in an emotional state of crying. I don't need sadness to cry. I cry with anything heartwarming. I cry with gratitude. I cry with reminders of the love in my life. But I love laughing really hard too. My spirituality is intimately related or connected to humor and laughter. Oh, anyone else want to share any gratitude? Thanks for being here and sharing a little bit of our Saturday morning together. A little gratitude, a little griping. Maybe that's the new energy of this morning. Love Morning is about gratitude and gripes. Who's got a gratitude? Who's got a gripe? Although, in general, kind of the whole vibe of Crapper Cone is that we too often go to griping and it requires more energy and attention to remember what we're grateful for, you know. So I do think that a intentional gratitude sharing is more helpful than a griping session. Although griping, I don't think forbidding griping is a good idea. So today we're definitely pro gripe. Yeah. Well, I feel better. Thanks for letting me be silly and complain a little bit. Hopefully we all find some yummy stuff today to make us happy and make us laugh, maybe make us cry and celebrate what it is to be human. And sometimes it's frustrating. And then maybe sometimes in the frustration, we can pull back and remember the good stuff. Remember the people we have to share it with. Remember to have a sense of humor about it. Victoria is grateful for snuggly, fuzzy, warm sheets. There you go. Oh, grateful for you in this moment. Grateful for the day ahead. Grateful for my body. All the things that I am not aware of right now. The lower back, I'm quite aware of it. The dry sphincter, yep. Everything else seems to be working perfectly. Have no sense of what's going on with the moisturizer in my eyes. Apparently they're perfectly moist because I don't even feel them. Apparently my cuticles are fine. I have no sense of pain in my fingers, no dryness. I could go on and on. That's the benefit of a gratitude practice. All the stuff that we take for granted, going, you know what? I'm only thinking of the gripes. I'm only aware of the tiny things that peek through this massive mountain of everything's fine, and the little things go crack through and go, we're broken, we hurt, oh, we don't work, and I go, my world is these things. No, it's not. It's all this stuff. So thank you, all the good things in my body. Thank you, all the good things in this system. Thank you. So glad that the trash gets picked up. So glad the sewage works. So glad. Yes, lots of good in this world. And thank you for you and this technology to be able to connect and have a little dose of community to start this beautiful Saturday. Chris says, seems simple, but dog grooming today. The sphincter talk is so real and funny. And Sarah's saying, I'm grateful the 1.5-year construction is complete next door to my home. I feel for you, and this too shall pass. Big love to your beloved Lisa. Thank you for this wonderful live practice. Thank you. And with that, wherever you are, let's give ourselves a big old squeeze. Appreciating our bodies, appreciating this moment, appreciating the ability to find goodness in it all. Appreciating the little details from around the world, knowing that there's people out there having their human experiences so much alike and yet totally unique. Let's squeeze one another as we take a deep breath in and squeeze. Feel us holding you. On behalf of Grandpa Caleb and everybody here, thanks for being here for our love morning today. Enjoy the day. Love you. Good luck with whatever dog sphincters or hikes or whatever you got going on.